Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life. Happy to have you halfway through the work week with us on this Wednesday. Guys, I'm still flying. I'm still buzzing. That's because we just got to go shoot a blindfold for Briggs here. We went up almost an hour north to the great Pequon Inn, Hunter's stomping grounds. We got to do some snowmobiling for the new blindfold that's coming up next week here on Northern Life. My first time ever driving a snowmobile. Briggs' first time ever driving a snowmobile, I think.
Yeah.
Hunter, you did it as a kid.
It's been 15 years at least for me. It was crazy. What'd you guys think?
It was really exciting.
Briggs is the most nervous out of everyone.
She's trying to sell herself on this too.
She's still not sure how she feels.
I think I'm a better snowmobile rider than I am driver. I would have had a lot more fun, I think, if I was on the back. But I think controlling it, I was so worried that I was going to get stuck.
Yeah,
there was a tree nearby. But we got a safety lesson ahead of time, so I felt better about it after that. And then 20 minutes into the ride, I was like, okay, I could kind of loosen up a little bit.
Yep. The speed limit on the trail was 50 miles per hour. We never reached 50.
No.
The highest we got was maybe not even close.
No chance.
And we kept having to look back because Briggs was kind of in the back. I think, did you go over 10 ever, Briggs? I don't think you did.
I did not go over 13. No, I was so scared. It was just like a nice little stroll down the snowmobile trail. It was a good time.
A big thanks to Nicholas Alexander there at the Pequon Inn. He was awesome. We got to ride these almost brand new Polaris snowmobiles, which were fantastic.
Yeah, and they're for rent there, which is so cool. So we're going to talk more about that coming up in the story that I know we're going to share next week.
Next Tuesday.
We're all safe. Everybody made it back to the station. We're all good.
All good.
Yeah.
Amen.
Oh, yeah. It was an exciting day for us. And guess what? It's going to be an exciting night here in Duluth, too, for the start of the section finals in boys high school hockey. Very cool stuff. The Cloquet Esco Carleton Lumberjacks will be taking on the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets for the chance to go to state tonight. That'll be over at Amsoil Arena. Meanwhile, we have Rockridge playing in the Section 7 AA championship game tomorrow night. They're going to be taking on Andover.
Yeah, please beat Andover. I'm from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Maple Grove got no love for Andover, Minnesota.
Are they a dynasty, Andover?
No, but I mean, they've been pretty good at hockey. I think their women's team was very good this year. So
I think we often see them in the section championship.
So good luck to you guys. It looks like they've got some good teams that can possibly come out of the Northland and head down to the XL Energy Center for those state finals. That'd be cool.
What was the stat you're saying about Cloquet?
They haven't, I believe it's that they haven't gone to state since 2008. It's either they haven't been in the section championship since 2008 or gone to state since 2008.
Yeah.
I don't remember which, but that was when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Duluth East, so I'm sure we were not excited to see Cloquet advance that year as a Greyhound, but my dad is from Cloquet, so
fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch that Northland matchup.
Some good hockey tonight and tomorrow.
Yep, good luck, everybody. Well, listen, coming up on today's show, Rachel Hackbarth goes from critic to guinea pig today for this week's Does It Work. She'll be trying a foldable personal heater that's great for the workplace. She'll actually be trying this out herself instead of forcing somebody else. She'll use her own journalistic abilities to actually try something. Do some actual work, Rachel Hackbarth.
I still wanted her to try out the hot dog spiler one. That's one of my favorite Does It Work products. And later, we head to Port Washington, Wisconsin, where the city is working hard to keep a lighthouse in tip-top shape thanks to volunteers after more than 160 years of it being there. Our director, Shania, says she hopes it's haunted.
It's gotta be. 100%.
Might be. Well, hey, a lot of animal-themed stories today to get to here on Northern Life. Police in one Wisconsin village made an unusual rescue the other day for a little pup. A dog owner stopped by the Whitefish Bay police station desperate for help. That's because the owner explained the dog named Lil Murphy got his head stuck in a jar while trying to retrieve the last milk bone in the container. And the owners tried for an hour to get the jar off the dog's head. They also tried to call their local vet, but their office was closed, so they went to the police department for help. And officers used some tools to free Lil Murphy from that tough predicament.
Oh, poor buddy. I could just see this happening to one of my dogs, specifically our chocolate lab, CJ.
Oh,
yeah,
CJ.
he's a fiend for the treats, that CJ.
I think we've all had that happen with a Pringles can.
Yes.
Our arms stuck in the Pringles can. Yeah, we're all there.
The Winnie the Pooh stuck in the honey jar sort of thing goes on all the time. Exactly.
You're not alone, little Murphy.
Nope.
Yep, we got your back.
Yep.
Poor little buddy. Well, pet food giant Purina is looking for a new chief snuggle officer, but not everyone is qualified for it. You're going to want to listen to this. The contest winner will represent all things cute and cuddly, and they're going to earn a salary of $25,000 each. That's $25,000 for the dog and the cat, right?
I think so.
Wow.
I think so.
Okay.
Hopefully for the owner. Like,
Yeah,
don't go into the
okay.
owner.
The animal spender on. Yeah. Whoa.
The company received more than 4,000 entries and have now dwindled it down to these 6 candidates you see here on your screen. The public can vote for their favorite candidate on Purina's website until March 3rd. That's coming up next week.
You know, I'm not a cat fan, but that little Miyagi cat in the middle there was pretty darn cute.
Got the big angry eyes. That looked like an angry cat.
Yeah, like a sad Garfield-looking cat. Yeah,
That gets some lasagna.
all the dogs and cats watching at home, you're the chief snuggle officer for your
Yeah.
house.
Well, here's 25 grand.
Of Monopoly money.
Great on
Yeah.
Yes, Monopoly.
We don't have any money here. Hey, down in Clearwater, Florida.
Puppy sales upstairs.
I might have a job later. There's a pit bull named Stanley down in Florida. Really cute dog. And how about these 2 facts? Stanley only has 3 legs, but he's also a hero for other dogs.
Aw.
Stanley is on his 18th time giving blood as
Wow.
a dog, nearly 2 gallons of it. Apparently it's safe, and each donation is capable of saving 3 other dogs' lives. So just like humans, dogs also have different types of blood, but dogs have about a dozen different types of blood. However, Stanley here, turns out he's a universal donor for dog blood,
good
meaning
boy.
just about any dog of any breed can accept Stanley's blood.
That's so sweet. Yeah, you don't think about dogs needing blood
Yeah,
donations
so-
or other pets, but I'm supposed that happens.
Or who's providing those dog donations too?
Right.
Do they do like animal blood drives? Like, is there a lion blood drive sometime soon,
lion.
or like a tiger thing? Bears need blood drives? I don't know.
Special
That's
shout out
crazy.
to our Northern News Now blood drive coming up Monday and Tuesday next week.
yeah,
at
for the
PRD.
humans
out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the
the
humans.
humans.
It is
Yep.
a human one.
And if you bring your dogs too, like just for us to pet, that's yeah.
We're in.
That's totally cool on us
True.
too.
Yep,
yeah.
we like the snuggles. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, Bill, chief snuggle officer. yeah. Well, hey, still to come. It's getting toasty for this week's Does It Work product. We have a first for Rachel Hackbarth when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. Before we talk about what's on the desk here, Hunter, do you know the word for 2 foxes?
Fox eye, perhaps, or foxy?
It's actually just foxes.
Oh, it is. It is. It actually is.
I actually
Just a
gave-
foxy though. That's good.
I do like Foxy. We're talking about this in the car on the way to snowmobiling.
Oh.
It kind of sounds like one of those things that should be like fish. You have
Yeah.
2 fox in your
Sure,
yard.
yeah.
Foxes, I
It
believe,
is.
is
It
the
is.
correct plural.
According to Google.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought-
Google's never wrong.
I thought fox in, like oxen.
Oh, sure. Jackson.
But before we get to Rachel Hackbarth's product this week, I received a hammock in the mail. It was from a viewer named Jan in Aurora. That's because Jan and I actually did a story together about 4 years ago. She received a national award in Aurora, Minnesota for the work she was doing for blood donations and the blood drives throughout her life as a volunteer. So
Yeah.
big shout out to you, Jan. But she sent me a lovely letter, her photo inside too. So thanks, Jan, for watching in Aurora, Minnesota, and all the folks in that city. She sent a hammock for me and Hunter to hang out in.
Pretty
hang
awesome.
out
That's
together
awesome.
if you get it. Yeah.
Maybe we can donate blood in the hammock. Set it up at the old blood drive.
That'd be awesome.
Hey.
Hey, get a dog in the hammock, and that'd be a great day. So a big thanks to you, Jan. We'll definitely have to stop by in Aurora when we're there or if we're passing through sometime soon.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Very excited. Well, listen, if you're a lot like the Northlanders of The Office here, it can get very cold, but using space heaters can sometimes be noisy and bulky.
Yeah, that's right. This week, Rachel Hackbarth is testing the Whisper Heat foldable space heater for herself.
In the newsroom, it's not the Rachel you're used to seeing on set.
In the newsroom, I wear sometimes 2 coats. I'll wear a pea coat, and then I wear this big blue puffy coat I call my Muppet jacket because it does kind of look like I don't know, a Muppet. And it's really warm, and it's not the most attractive coat, but it helps.
Rachel's not alone in her suffering, especially among the women in our newsroom.
Oh, it's not just me. There are a couple of other people who get very cold. We're wimps. We're the newsroom wimps.
When you're up here anchoring, because people don't see everything that's under your clothing, do they?
Typically, I wear about 3 pairs of leggings underneath my dress or pants, whatever it is. I have hand warmers stuck to various parts of my clothing, and then I'm still pretty miserable.
So is this the answer to her suffering? A heater so quiet she could use it on set. This is the Whisper Heat. We paid $64.99.
What's it like being on this side of the camera?
I hate it. I'm always so grateful I'm the one that's not having to put this stuff together, and I am sweating a lot, which is kind of ironic because I'm usually cold.
We set it up in less than a minute
I have a whole new respect for the Does It Work testers.
and measured the air and surface temps.
71.7 degrees.
Then let the clock run.
2-minute mark. We'll test the surface, see if it's warming up. Yep, because it was 71
Yeah, so
point
it's
something, right?
About 6 degrees or.
Yeah. Their part of it's already 97 degrees.
A few minutes later,
Yeah, it's definitely warming up.
So we're coming up on the 5-minute mark. We put the other thermometer that went from like 73, 74 degrees, and it's almost at 80, like the air temperature around it. And let's test the surface temp. 108.1, 108.6. So it's still heating up after 5 minutes. It fits under the desk nicely,
It
doesn't
really does. I can really feel it in the center part.
So we're now just over 10 minutes. Rachel, roll back. And we can see the air temperature has gone from like 73, 74 to 84, 85 degrees around the desk. And then the surface temp, 104, 112, 114, kind of depends where you hit it, 116.
I can definitely feel it right now through my pants even. So, and then when I touch it, it's pretty warm.
The question for you, does it work?
I think it does work. I like being able to say that. I always just have to ask the question.
For Does It Work? I'm Rachel Ackbarth.
Whoa.
Wow, now the
interesting.
shoe's on the other foot.
Yeah, that
Hey.
seems dangerously hot to me. I don't know, like
Yeah.
over 100 degrees underneath the desk with all the fabric around everywhere. I don't know if that's a good thing. And also kind of expensive too, it seems like.
65 bucks, a lot of money. Hey,
Yeah.
but you know, here at the great media station that we are, Northern News Now, we do safety, and space heater at your desk is a no-no.
It is.
Yeah.
And we meetings quarterly. We talk about this kind of
Yeah,
stuff. So
don't
you
want to
can't
start a
have space
fire.
heater. No.
Especially if it gets up to 112 or how much ever it was. Also, at the time of our recording here, the temperature in Wichita, Kansas, where Rachel Hackbarth reports out of, 70 degrees for a high. So,
I'm cold. I'm cold. What are you doing, Rachel? You get paid to do this? It's
okay, Rachel.
We have that revelation all the time where it's like we get paid to do. We went
Go
snowmobiling this
snowmobiling.
morning.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
it's
Yeah.
crazy, but
Yeah.
she's got a cake job too.
we can't
Good for
complain.
you.
We can't complain. We'd love to talk with Rachel sometime. Hey, Hunter, I know you're talking about how lavish the Buc-ee's bathrooms were at the
Yes.
gas station on your road trip. And just in case you guys are in Green Bay for those NFL draft festivities this year, guests are going to be treated with some high-end amenities there, too. So
really?
we got luxurious porta potties on hand with
nice.
air conditioning. Some of them even got heating. And they also come with some stereo systems.
Okay, I've been in one of these, you guys.
What?
How was it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it wasn't quite this fancy, but over
Sure.
at Montelak in the summer once, I was there for a concert outside, and
Yeah.
they had something like this.
Whoa.
It was really nice. Wow. Yeah, it was super nice, and what a good idea too. They can just trailer those bad boys around.
Yeah.
I think-
Go ahead.
I was just going to say my cousin had one of these at their wedding, and it was a big hit.
We've come a long way from the trough. Remember the trough in the old, was it the,
No.
the old metronome? Yeah, the metronome, the big trough that everybody had to stand at. It was the worst thing ever. So embarrassing
Sounds
and
like
weird.
it, yeah.
It's always
That's
worse as
horrible.
a kid, too.
It
It's like,
was!
where do I go? I don't know.
Coming up, we meet the volunteers who travel both near and far to preserve a historic Wisconsin lighthouse.
Welcome back, everybody. In Port Washington, Wisconsin, volunteers there are ensuring that a 165-year-old lighthouse lives on for another century.
Yeah, Alex Gall shows us the work that goes into keeping this beautiful site in great condition.
These stairs creak under the weight of history. If only these walls could talk. Well, in some ways, they still can.
It just feels good to be here.
Dave Garaci is becoming a part of the city's grand tale, gazing back at Port Washington's proud history as a shipping hub and as a manufacturer of things like phonographs and furniture. A busy city on the lake back then needed a lighthouse, and a lighthouse needs its keeper.
I would start in the morning at 6 or 7 a.m.
Then and now.
getting up and just starting to clean
I
up.
would grab my camera and head up for sunrise.
Dave and his wife Nicole are entering their second summer as some of the resident lightkeepers at the 1860 light station.
The duties of a real lighthouse keeper were plentiful, but the best part of this job is undoubtedly the view of Port Washington and the surrounding marina.
I had never imagined that I would be able to stay in the lighthouse.
Both Nicole and Dave dress the part,
So the head lighthouse keeper in the lighthouse would have the K.
but Nicole grew up here under this same lighthouse's glow.
The thing that I like most about it are the stories.
Of the families who lived here and who will live here. Thanks to the local historical society's Lighthouse Keeper program, more than a dozen groups will get to spend a week living here this summer.
We've had people from the East Coast. We've had people from like Michigan.
And volunteering as hosts and tour guides.
It's open to anyone who is interested in experiencing this.
Living in the past and preserving it for the future.
That's got to be cool, spending a week in a lighthouse.
Yeah, we should do that at Split Rock or something like that up here. Did you guys ever get to go up there for like maybe you for a field trip?
No, I actually don't think we ever did a field trip to Split Rock. I don't think I ever went to Split Rock until I actually worked here at the station. Isn't that weird?
It's always cool hearing your guys' like Northland field trips, and then mine, it's like we went to our backyard and looked at butterflies. Yeah, we had like a little nature area behind our elementary school. Yeah, took a 10-feet walk. Yeah. Well, hey, after my trip to Mexico and Hunter's cruise and road trip, according to a new survey, the average American says they would drop everything, probably job included, if they had $287,000 in the bank. So according
Doesn't
to
seem like enough.
No. According to Travel Binger, people won't drop everything cheap. A third of them said it'd take more than $500,000 to see the world. Even 18% would set sail for less than $50K in their account.
Oh, that's wild.
Irresponsible spending.
Seriously.
If you watch us at 4, Rachel DePompa watching your wallet, you know, that doesn't seem like sound financial advice.
No, that's probably going to be the package tonight. She's on
Tune
top
in
of
at
these sort
4.
of things. Exactly. I admire the people, though, that sell their homes and they buy a motor home and they just tour the country, and that's their remaining years, is going and touring and then maybe going across seas every couple times.
Yeah.
It's so cool to travel, my gosh, and live out of a motor home or whatever. Probably gets a little weird, but
the motor. It just feels like it keeps getting more expensive by the day to travel. It's just so hard.
You got to take advantage of the more affordable trips. I think like Las Vegas is pretty cheap from especially MSP. Maybe Chicago.
Not if you gamble.
Yeah, and when you get there too, everything costs, like all the food and the drinks you're gonna get.
I gambled down in Cancun, and I did not come home with any of my money.
Same with me on the cruise.
If you're gonna gamble, it's entertainment, and set a budget out there, folks. That's my financial advice.
That's smart.
Coming up, a big day for our CBS side of the station here at Northern News Now. See you in a bit.
Well, before we go today was a big day for The Price is Right as they commemorated their 10,000th episode. And just in case you missed it, the episode will also have an encore presentation on primetime on Tuesday, March 4th. Also, The Price is Right Live is taking place tonight at the Deck in Duluth at 7:30. Have you guys ever been to the actual live shows that they do? Because it's not Drew Carey coming, right? It's like a stand-in host or whatever, but you get to win actual prizes and play the actual games.
You got to come up with a costume, you and your friends.
yeah.
But I've kind of always wanted to do that. I think The Price is Right. I don't know about you guys. Maybe the best show when you had a sick day as a kid. You would stay home, you watch The Price is Right, you watch Let's Make a Deal.
Yep.
It'd be a good day.
Good stuff.
Couple
I'm waiting.
soap operas, maybe,
I'm waiting for Survivor Live to make a tour.
Whoa.
They do that?
If they could set up some challenges or something, kind of like what you did for us last fall.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
They don't do that, no. But
they
it'd be
don't?
cool if they did.
Do you think you'd be able to be the last one on the island?
Ooh, I hope so. I hope so. Maybe someday.
That'd be pretty
Maybe
cool.
Someday.
I think Survivor starting tonight?
Yes.
No,
is it
really?
Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. Survivor new season 48.
Wow.
Go
Two
CBS.
seasons away from season 50 for the whole show, but Jeff Probst, the host, too.
You can't
Crazy.
stop Jeff. He's going to keep working.
Keep on going, man.
Good on him. Well, hey, thanks for joining us today. We love you.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.